Oh, when I had my birthday party, I was passing out invitations, which everybody did every other week because there was always birthdays. She threw away all my invitations, didn't let me invite anybody.
What?
Wow, that is a horrible person.
And it was only me. I swear to God, I wouldn't lie about this. My mom
of course
even
I believe
knew.
you.
Like, I wasn't like crazy like a kid. Like, oh my God. Like, I had every other teacher loved me. Or just didn't notice me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Break. Today I have with me one of my, what do we call it? One of my co-producers, Ash Casanova.
Hey. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for coming on this momentous occasionous day.
Yeah.
Also joining me, I have my showrunner, Chris.
Hi.
Yes, off-camera Chris. Woo!
Yeah.
Ah, woo!
The worst clap is for us that we've ever had.
I'm sorry. That one wasn't decadent enough for you. I'm sorry.
Golf clap it.
Well, we can do a snap. You want a poetry snap?
That's fine. That's fine. It feels insulting. You know, I clap really hard for other people, and sometimes I want someone to clap for me.
Okay. Sorry. It's just like it's an intimate.
So should we restart it?
Should we restart it, Chris?
No, it's fine.
Oh,
I don't want to edit. You're giving me so much edit. Now I have to edit. You're giving me more edit work.
Are you gonna edit claps and over our claps? like a roar.
Yeah, it's just when my name is mentioned, and then immediately silence for everyone else.
Please do that. That'll actually be so funny. Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Poddy Break. It's a little bit different. We don't have any guests because, well, I don't know where the guest is. So we're just running it by
They're
ourselves.
lost.
Yeah, literally. Like, this is a fun time. Are you having fun? I'm having fun.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, so
are you having fun?
this could be you. This could be you right now having fun. So we wanted to talk about basically how we all know each other because we haven't really like given any context the whole time.
Yeah,
on
it's you know, like we've talked a little bit about it on like the OnlyFans episodes.
Yeah.
But not like, you know, that's not as much people see that as like the YouTube stuff.
Not as many.
Yeah. And
I was correcting your grammar. I wasn't agreeing with you.
well, now we don't know each other, so we can just
that
we
is
can just
the
end this
sassiest
right
way
here.
to correct somebody. That's amazing.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Continue, please.
So where can we find you, Myra? Why don't you plug your social right now?
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, it's like with the style of our podcast, it's like it's hard to find out about our dynamic and why we're even working together.
Yeah, like who are these people?
Yeah, exactly. So we thought like, hey, let's just do like a special episode while we have the time slot available.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll start off just how I met Myra.
Tell the story because you always like give me a little bit of praise while you tell the story. So please tell the story.
Okay. Well, so what it is that I've been podcasting for a really long time, and I work on some pretty big shows.
Huge show, like it's huge, insane, and like so long podcasting, so long. So yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
He's like old, like
Just
so
get to, and throughout the years of doing this, I've made a lot of friends who like are trying to start podcasts. And one of my really good friends, Ben Hurwitz, who will be a guest on this podcast at some point, was doing a podcast, and he kind of just asked me to help him out, just look professional, to look like, hey, there's a producer on set, people will take me more seriously, and it's gonna be easier for me to book guests. And because he's my friend, I just did it for free. Basically, he bought me lunch, and then
that was the payment.
That was the payment. And then I would give like, you know, a lot of you guys don't see this, but like I give like a little like pre-interview to all the guests, like help them prepare and everything. So I would kind of like half-ass that for them. And
I didn't feel half-assed.
And then go sit, sit in the corner. Yeah. Well, what I would do after that is just sit in the corner and like play on my phone or something like during the episode, not really pay attention.
That was the treatment that I got during most sets though on porn sets. So I was like, okay, yeah, legit. That's all I needed. Like you gave me minimal direction. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And then, you know, I already agreed to do this, but Ben would always like try and throw a sentence like, oh, this guest is going to be pretty cool. And then he did that with Mars. Like, I'm going to have this porn star on. Like, don't you want to meet a porn star? I was like, I've been working in this industry for a long time. I've met plenty of porn stars. I'm just doing it. Like, it's not like an incentive for me. So yeah, Myra shows up. I do like my little pre-interview. I go sit in the corner and like not really pay attention. And then she killed it. Like I was like generally surprised. Like I stopped playing on my phone and I was like listening and laughing and having a good time. And then I found out it's like her first ever podcast. And I was like, wow, you're better than like most seasoned comedians that I know.
God. Really? You say it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just like records it.
Play it at night.
Yeah.
My daily affirmations.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I kind of like reached out. We exchanged information. I reached out, and then I started like planting the seed on this.
Yeah.
And then it was like before we even recorded the test episode, it was like a year in development of us getting lunch, planning things out, seeing how we wanted to do it, like how can we make it work in the schedule, and then we just became good friends in that process.
Yeah.
Of doing that. Yeah, so that's kind of like how we met, like in a fluke. I don't generally work on smaller podcasts.
And I was probably like, it was a weird chance that I was on that podcast because I was like on a really random set, like literally like doing the most random scene, like not even a regular scene, like just the most weird fetishy-ish scene I've ever done at that point.
Wait, can you give details?
Can I?
Just be careful.
Like, are we in close deep enough? Can I?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So actually, there's no details available for you today. Go to if you want to freaking or websites. You can blur that. Go to my websites if you want to hear the rest of the story. But basically, long story short, I was on a really like eccentric weird set. And Riley Nixon was on set. Shout out Riley Nixon.
Yeah, shout out. She's
so
great.
Cool. Love her.
Amazing.
So sweet. She asked me, she's like, hey, I have this friend, Ben, who like is doing a podcast. Like, he's trying to look for porn stars to be on it. Like, do you want to be on it? And I was like, well, I was like literally 1 month into LA. I was like, well, taking any opportunity that came my way, putting my name out there any way I could. Like, I didn't give a fuck what it was. So I was like, yes, please. Yeah, let me do it. And at the time, I was living out in Lake Temecula. So it was like a really far drive to come out to LA. Yeah, it was ridiculous. So the fact that I accepted and then made the trek to do it and then like all that, like that was like kind of like, I probably would, like, it's not something I would usually do, but again, like I was just in that mode of like, I was
hungry.
I was hungry, I was starving, and it was my first month here, and I was like, I don't want, like, I hit the ground running, like, and then I have been hitting the ground running for a year and a half now, so.
Yeah, and it's like, when I've been doing this long enough to know when like, this is such a cliche term, but when someone has it, and it's like, oh yeah,
say it again.
Yeah, that's and you can just tell, like, like when the cameras aren't on and we're just chilling, talking to Myra, like, oh yeah, she's gonna be a star. So it was like,
thank you.
It was part of like also my producer brain's like, I need to attach myself to this person.
Well, thank you for attaching yourself to me. I'm so glad that we're doing this podcast.
And it's fun. Like, my dream is that I get to work with my friends.
Yes.
And it's nice that we're friends.
Yeah.
And I get to like, I'm like excited to like show up to work, especially when like this is basically my social interaction, right? Like I don't have time to like go out with my friends anymore. So like when I'm going to work, I'm like hanging out with my friends. So that's pretty nice.
I mean, well, at least we laugh a lot. We have a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
Like we really do. Like a lot. I used to, like, before I settled into LA, like, shoots and stuff like this were my social interaction too. And it was like really nice to just like, that's why I like to make every environment like so open and friendly. That's why like when Chris wasn't at first talking on the podcast, I was like, this has to change. Like I needed more of like an open environment because like, I'm just so used to like turning wherever I'm at into the most comfortable situation I possibly can. Like let's everyone be friends. Let's make it as fun as we can, as silly as we can.
Yeah.
Like even like when I worked at a hospital or a nursing home, like me and my friend, we would freaking hit our little like vapes and stuff like that, and then go hang out with the old people. Yeah, and like the chill old people who wanted us to come hang out. Like we laugh with them,
munching
like,
on their Jello.
No, actually though, they would give us candy. Like that's not even a joke. Like we'd go in the rooms, they give us candy.
How
we'd
many
be high
types of hard candy did you have?
Several. Butterscotch is the most common, but I like the ones with the strawberry and the cream.
I haven't had that in forever. That is strictly an old person thing too.
So good.
They stopped making them in '87.
Actually, they're at Dollar Tree right now currently.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I found them. They also have they have peach, grape, and strawberry. So.
What?
Strawberry's the best.
Expanded.
But yeah, no, that's how we met, and no, I'm glad we have fun here.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, because the original plan. I mean, I even told you that like I just don't like talking on podcasts. I get asked to talk all the time, and I was like, nah, I'm not.
But this one is different.
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. Well, it's like that's true. But also the answer is like when you're like a producer or like I guess I'm the showrunner in this scenario. Like when your talent does so much. You know, like the truth is, like, we're having fun, but I do demand a lot out of you.
I don't feel like you do.
I know. Well, yeah, I try my best to like make, but we were like, if you guys don't know that are listening, we record 4 episodes a day. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know?
The truth comes out. Okay.
And then, that's what happens when you get sick, Morgan. You're like gone for a whole month of episodes.
Oh my
So I'm
God. No, Morgan.
just gonna throw you
like,
out
is
on
she
the bus.
dead?
You're like, how
Yeah.
sick is she?
Yeah.
Because every time I'm like,
Is she in the hospital right now?
yeah.
A little coma.
She's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Morgan is basically exposed. She gets sick and then
Yeah,
she's gone.
literally.
Yeah, so that is a lot of work. And if you're, and Ash wasn't here for this, but like, I kind of like requested that, like, you know, when we're first doing this, we're going to have super long days.
Yeah, we
So,
did have really long
Yeah, we were
days.
like ending at like 10 p.m. Like, it was like a 12-hour day.
What was that? How did that, like, how do you make it so quick now? Like, what is that about?
Oh, I'm good
this
at
helps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, this helps, but we were able to do that. We were kind of able to do that at your place.
Yeah.
One of the last times we recorded.
Yeah, I think like 6 was like the latest. 6
Yeah.
or 7. That,
Yeah, we were to like start trimming the fat.
Yeah. But I don't get it though, because we didn't have barely any time between guests. Did we just start late?
I'm trying to.
I literally don't know why it took till like 10, 11 p.m. sometimes.
I mean, you're probably just like figuring it out, like little things. that
yeah,
just
because it
weren't
was a lot of
streamlined.
it was like new. Like you were still
Yeah.
learning how to set up my house, right?
Yeah, setting up at your house was really difficult.
Yeah.
Like there was a time where.
Oh, another thing, we used to do an hour and a half. Like now we kind of trim it down like 50, 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, there was like a time where I was actually kind of nervous. This is like, I'm just gonna say what it is. So we have a test episode with Nick Strokes.
Oh my God, no. I just thought
Yeah.
about that last night. I was
Yeah.
actually about to text him and thank him for letting me embarrass myself for
Yeah.
once. Just the one time.
And we're gonna release that like at maybe the 1 year anniversary or something.
A 5-year anniversary. Fuck no.
So
It's a revolt.
Yeah.
I remember that's where we had our. You thought I was mad at you. Remember at the
Did
end
I?
of the day? Yeah, you
oh, I
texted
think
me
I
too.
did. I was like, oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
probably.
we're not gonna say you had like an interesting reason why, and we're not gonna say what that
don't
reason
remember.
was. Okay, then I'll tell you off air.
I thought it was just because your face.
Yeah, it was my face, but you thought that because I did look upset. I did, but you attributed to something.
Oh
You
my
attributed.
God.
You thought I was mad because of a certain thing that happened.
Oh, okay.
And I was
What's
like,
up?
I don't give a fuck about that.
You know
okay.
what that is?
I
Okay.
remember now. Yeah, I was
and you were
like,
like,
okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, I
and,
know.
And I was like, no, what it is, because I was just problem solving.
Yeah,
and then
you
I
were.
look upset when I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then I was
Now I
like,
know.
yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do this at your house. Like this is like because the fans know that at Myra's house we record behind the curtain,
Yeah.
right? But before
blinds.
we
Yeah.
behind the blinds, before we did that, we were doing it on the side of the wall.
Oh my God, yeah.
So it was sideways, not long ways.
Yeah.
And there was like no room whatsoever. And I was like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. And I was like, I'm not sure that this is possible. And then that's what I was thinking. I was like moving things around in my head. I was like, how's this gonna work? And I was like, I don't want to like get a studio. Yeah. And I was like getting really worried. It's like, there's no way we can do this in this spot.
I didn't know that.
And then that's where I texted you the next day. I'm like, hey, can we put that couch behind the curtain or what is it? The blinds.
yeah, in front of the blind.
And then
yeah.
that like relieves so much stress. I was like, okay, this will work now.
Yeah, because then you guys could actually like use like the bar and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
But we made it work.
We did, but I'm like so interested to see that first like episode. Like I was thinking about it last night. I was like, oh my God, that was rough.
And that was like with the handheld mics too. Like I literally bought these handheld mics that we're only now just using them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then we swapped over to the wireless ones. Which ended up also being a pain in the ass to
The
try and get
wireless
those. Yeah.
They're not a pain in the ass. I like
No,
them.
they're
Don't
a pain-
get over them.
No. They're
I like it.
no, they're a pain in the ass because you only know about clipping them on yourself. You don't know about.
Oh, I thought you meant this one.
Oh no, not
I was
those.
like,
No.
this one's
oh
good.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Goodbye to the wireless mics.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was tough
the post.
editing the audio.
Yeah.
And then the mics were so different.
And then the hair.
Yeah, and the hair was
Yeah,
always there.
even like people having outfits. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know.
Yeah, it was just tough. I mean, it was like a
Yeah.
good idea in theory. But it was just tough. So yeah.
I love how this has become like a producer talk. Like,
Yeah. I kind of hope it's interesting to listen to. Like,
they better be. I mean, I would hope they would be interested in the inner workings of our show. I know if my favorite show started talking about that, I would want to listen.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? This is what really happened?
It's so funny that you mentioned like the face thing though, because that was something that you told me.
yeah, that was your job, is that I look angry.
Yeah, I had to like let him know, like change your face.
Yeah, that was Anthony's old job.
Yeah.
There's also an old job, which it was keeping me awake on the drive home, and I've been like sleepy driving home. It's super noticeable that he's not here because of that.
I just imagine you taking a nap on this. It's like knees to your face.
One day we might have Anthony back, right?
Yeah, no, he said because he will try and do it. But the thing is that if I ask him now, he'll do it. But it's gonna get in the way of his work.
Yeah,
and
don't
then,
let him fuck anything up.
Yeah, I don't want him to do that. He's done so much for us. Yeah. He has a great opportunity, which actually kind of brings us to where, to like Ash.
Yeah.
So even before, like the two original producers was Anthony, Amber, and then myself as a showrunner, and then Amber also had just a great job opportunity, and she was struggling trying to make it work.
I never met Amber, right?
No, you just talked to her on Discord when we had our creative meetings. Yeah. And then I felt bad because I didn't want her to come for the first day.
Yeah.
Because it was your apartment so small, and that was before I could really visualize where everyone was going to be. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want her to be uncomfortable. Hold on, I got a cough.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh. Sorry. And
no dying in the studio.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to breathe and swallow normally.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And
yeah,
now
I don't know
I'm
how
back
you
to
haven't
never
developed
talking
that
again.
skill.
Yeah, come on, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, so I told her like, I just don't feel comfortable you coming for the first day because I don't know where you're gonna sit or how we're gonna do it. It's a really tight space. Like, let me just figure it out. And she told me like a million times, like she doesn't care. She'll sit on the ground. It's not a big deal. Yeah. But I was like, still, like, let me just figure it out.
It was just like a lot of people though. That would have been like really crowded.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it was just like she was just struggling like making the schedule work for her, and she had another big opportunity. And I was like, it's really dumb for you to prioritize us and not that other show.
Yeah.
Go do that. That's like, you got to think about your career and what's important to you. So go take that opportunity. And then now we needed another producer. I hit up a couple people, one of them being a good friend of mine, Mac Lawson. And then she gave me a list of names. And I interviewed a bunch of people, and then the person who stood out the most in the interview process was Ash.
Yes. Yeah. Welcome, Ash, to our team.
Yeah, thank you. Tell me how great I am.
And then we lost another producer. You are great. Yeah. It is like it was tough. Like the people that we had to replace. There were like big shoes to fill. Like Amber was extremely creative. Like when we had our creative meetings, and she had like great ideas to implement. And so it was like you had big shoes to fill. And then you like fit in perfectly. It was great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to be here.
Yes,
for sure.
happy to have you.
Yeah. And there's other. So again, like we touched on this earlier, the plan wasn't that we were. The producers were barely gonna talk. Like we were gonna like mention a few things here and there, or like set up bits, and then by the time we had to replace Amber, it was already established that we were gonna be talking a lot. And then so I had to like make the decision. I'm like, how am I gonna hire someone, because I can't teach someone to be good on the mic, but I can teach anyone how to like set up a studio.
Yeah.
So it's like I didn't need that experience, and because I come from the comedy world. There's like two cheat codes in podcasts. One of them is stand-up comedians, and then one of them is porn stars, because porn stars are going to bring in the views.
Heck yeah.
And then even a bad stand-up comedian is really good on the mic, you know?
Are you calling me a bad stand-up?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying that like.
Truth comes out, Chris.
Yeah, it just like, so it was like, yeah, man, I got a cough again. Sorry. Man, I have like a bad itch.
Do you want water?
Yeah, drink your water is right in front, behind your laptop.
Okay, I'll finish this up,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna throw it to you guys so I can drink something. So yeah, it was just like that was kind of risky because it's hard to find like reliable comedians sometimes.
Yeah. We're shitbags.
Yeah. So I was kind of nervous
you.
about it, and then I was like talking to some friends about like, should I do this? And then like almost all of them said no. Like, don't ever hire a comedian. Just get a producer and tell Myra that like you can't find someone who's good on the mic.
Dang,
That's
that would have been rough.
tough, dude. No.
But
Anthony and you were both good on the mic, and Ash is great on the mic.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, it worked out.
yeah. I don't think it's actually that hard to find somebody who's good on the mic. I think it might be harder to find an environment for people to be comfortable to be good on a mic.
Yeah.
I think that's all it is. Because right now, all we're doing is talking to each other the same way we would if the cameras weren't rolling.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's like, as long as you just create like a comfortable environment, like that's really all you can do. You know what I mean?
That's something that I try and focus on a lot is trying to make everyone feel comfortable.
Well, I mean, that's like the main thing people say when they leave our podcast. It's like, oh my God, this was so fun. I felt so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, that's like one of the main, things they say. And like that, I take really big pride into that because like, I feel like that's the only way to get like the best out of people. Even like, especially because we interview a lot of porn stars. And like, these are not people who are like inclined comedically in any sense. I mean, they're very entertaining, which is like, easy. And I usually invite the most entertaining, funny people I can out of all my porn star friends. But like at the end of the day, like these people don't usually do podcasts. So it's like, and like I know when I was coming on, I was nervous, but nervous is how I like get to do good things. Like it's good if I'm nervous. It's great if I'm nervous. I'm fine. But like other people do not operate well under nerves. So I remember like there was like a few times we had a guest who was like super nervous that I had to like calm them down and everything. And the episode turned out great.
Yeah.
Now I can't talk.
Yeah.
Great. He gave us the plague.
No,
Freaking-
I'm sorry.
No, he gave us freaking monkeypox. What he gave us.
Monkeypox.
Yeah.
I gotta change the subject real quick.
No,
just kidding.
no.
Yeah, it's like this has been kind of like a fun challenge because there's a lot of stuff in like I already put in my work in comedy, so like there's a lot of stuff that I was able to take for granted, like or not. That's not the right word, but I didn't have to like do so much because my reputation was good that they knew that like I didn't have to do these big elaborate pre-interviews where I'm like, hey, you can trust me, like I'm not gonna like put anything make you look bad at all, because I've been doing this for such a long time that a lot of these people already knew that. So I've been having to like start that over again because a lot of these porn stars don't know who I am, and then they're used to like being exploited like for clips and stuff like that. So I've been having to like try really hard to like, okay.
I mean, the thing is though, it works because like porn stars are not used to getting that kind of treatment, that kind of like, hey, we're not gonna do anything, especially in mainstream media, like maybe more in like our streaming media because it's becoming more of a trend to like really, really like be in tune and check on your performers and stuff like that. Like it's rare that I go on set now and like directors aren't constantly checking in. So like it's not rare within our industry in the most part, but like when we do dip into like mainstream stuff, like I'm even clipped by my homies. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but like, I'm even clipped by some homies, dude. And it's like wild and stuff like that. Like, being used as that like, a tool. But like, I feel like the porn stars like it when they come on because they have the freedom to fully be themselves. They want to talk about sex, they can talk about sex. They don't want to talk about sex, they don't have to talk about sex. Like, you know what I mean? They just have the freedom to actually like just be, and like that's rare. Like to actually have a microphone in our face and like talk instead of just moan or some bullshit. So,
Well. So how about because Ash, you're kind of like we needed a replacement basically, like, and then we had to like hire someone really quickly.
I really wanted a girl.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna mention that story.
But I wanted a girl.
So what happened, during that interview process, Myra told me that if you're gonna replace Amber, it has to be a girl.
Yeah.
And then I was so uncomfortable doing that because I feel like first of all, I'm pretty sure that's illegal to like.
Well, I'll take the fire for
I mean, it's equality.
It is
equality. If you're trying to keep it balanced, one male, one female.
Yeah,
even though we have.
Yeah. We had 2 males on set already. I think.
Yeah.
I think actually that's a diversity hire, and so I think that's actually more than legal. I think it's, I think that we actually get like a tax.
So you're a
for
DEI.
that.
What is that? What are they saying? What is that called now?
Oh, is that a thing?
Isn't that what it's called now? Diversity, inclusion, something.
Yeah, something
it's supposed
like
to be
that.
a bad word.
Oh.
But, I don't know. I was trying to make a joke and then it flopped. So I'm going to edit this whole thing out. No, yeah, I remember. I mean, I told you, Myra. I was like, I think I told you that I was uncomfortable with it. I was like, I felt weird.
A little bit, but I was like, it's okay.
Call these strange women.
Yeah, and then I had to, like, there was actually, I'm not going to name this person, but one of my female comedian friends who was like, hey, can you give me like a list of names? And I was like, this is so weird, but they have to all be female. Because I'm hiring, like, it has to be like a female person that I'm hiring.
Also, we genuinely needed a girl because we were clipping mics at the time, and we needed somebody to clip the girls.
That's
so
true.
it wasn't even about like, I just like.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like, I didn't want to like clip, do like a lapel mic, which is a clip-on mic for you guys that don't know that, on like cleavage, and I'm like grabbing on them.
Yeah, that was always my job.
She had the best job ever.
Yeah,
just on their nipples.
Yeah. She's like, look, it just sticks right there.
That was actually her boob handler was her title.
Yeah. Boob handler / fluffer.
Yeah, so it was like, there was like a necessity for it. But one of the friends that I reached out to was like, that is kind of weird that you're like, you only want females.
She was making assumptions, I think, maybe, possibly, because we really did need a female on set, like, for that reason, like, for a technical reason. Like, you literally, I don't think legally you can, like, mic up women with a man. Like, I think
like
you
male
actually,
cops frisking females.
yeah,
You know? Like,
no, you can't do that. Yeah, so I think legally we actually, and PC-wise, I think we were right, actually.
Okay. All right, there we go.
Yeah. And I will gaslight and manipulate the audience until they agree with me.
Thank you. Yeah, as long as you're doing that and I'm not saying that.
Don't worry. I've got it.
Okay. And then, so then I reached out to Mike Lawson. She gave me his names. Then we got Ash. So the point of all of that is that how about you tell us a little bit about you so we can learn more about you along with the fans.
Okay, cool. I'm from Arizona.
Yes, Arizona girl.
Yeah. It's the worst part though. Yeah. I'm from Yuma, so it's like a border town, like Mexico and California.
Oh.
It's the butt crack of Arizona.
Oh my god. Oh, I didn't know it was like up on Mexico like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And like we would just like park our cars like across the border and just like walk.
Wait,
and get wasted in Mexico.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, like when I was like 15 to like
15, you're going to Mexico? I'm sorry, that's scary. That's scary.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, as crazy as I was as a 15-year-old, I wouldn't be go to Mexico scary. Or you know, I mean, like I was like, yeah, I'll sneak out and I'll ride in this car. But once the car hit 90 miles per hour, I'm like, take me home.
Yeah.
Like I was not actually that like dumb as a kid. No offense.
No. I mean, like I had like friends who were like, you know, like fluent in Spanish and stuff too. And like I spoke like a little bit.
Cartel? I'm
like,
scared?
No.
Okay, you're canceled.
Not really.
No. Listen,
You're
my
done.
ex
You're done in this town.
Listen, no. My ex used to go to Mexico and Puerto Rico a lot, and he actually told me like, you know, if we ever go, like, you know, they will stop you. Like, you just have to talk to them and like maybe pay them or something. And,
Yeah,
like,
you just have to pay them off.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but that like I'm not.
That is true.
I'm not lying. Like this is a reality of when you go into Mexico, you genuinely have to watch out for the cartels. Or I would actually be scared.
My shirt just says "kidnap me." Like,
Yeah.
she was asking for. Did you see what she was wearing?
Kidnap me and hold me for ransom.
You know
Maybe don't wear that shirt anymore.
what? Okay. Well, you know what? So you were growing up in Arizona. What else?
Yeah. I mean, it was interesting. It's like, it's like a big military town.
Oh, okay, I know
Yeah,
what that's
too.
like. Yeah.
So yeah, both my parents were officers in the Marine Corps.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
fun fact. Okay, I didn't know this.
I didn't know that. Did you ever think about joining the military?
No.
You're a military brat.
I am a Marine brat for sure.
Wait, Marines.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marines. Those are the tough ones. Those are the, no, I had a dude in high school. I was talking to this guy who was a Marine. He went on to be the Marines. He was a senior. I was a freshman. I'm a little weird. Marine Corps.
Yeah, no, we all did that.
Yeah, but however, that guy, he was really like scary and like not scary actually, but like bro was just tough like all the time, like tough as a bag of nails. And then like he went into the Marines. He was like, yeah, I'm going to the Marines. He went into the Marines and he did it. And he, you know,
Hell yeah.
bro was just I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I guess I don't think you choose a Marine. I think I think there are people specifically meant for that who just want to prove their toughness.
Yeah.
Because like it's like the shit I've heard from them. It's like insane what they have to do.
It's like a specific type of person for sure.
Like
And,
you
They
have
have
to.
they have like the best marketing team on the
yeah,
planet.
it's like, are you poor?
Yeah. Well, it's just like the way, like, I remember when I think it was like my dad's, I don't remember if it happened at my dad's high school or my dad's friend, that how he got into the Marines. Because they always pull these like weird stunts.
It'll be like at high school.
Yeah,
like
they'll
they
go
have
to
high school recruiters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they had like, so that's what happened was that they had all the branches come. And then they had the Air Force be like, hey, this is why you should join the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, and then the last guy was the Marines.
They're just like firing off guns.
No. And then so the Marine guy like looked into the crowd and he was like, none of you could be in the Marines. And then he got
reverse
off and then he had the
psychology.
biggest line of people signing up.
Wow,
for
that's
him.
smart.
Yeah.
My mom actually was the first female college recruiter
What?
for the Marines. Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's
Yeah.
actually damn.
And she was in a calendar for the Marines
Wow.
too.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
Wow.
She made calendar.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know we had a celebrity here.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, it's my mom. yeah.
Okay, so Arizona
Yeah,
military
you're not
brat.
beating the Nepo baby allegations.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay, so Arizona, Nepo baby. What else?
Yeah. I mean, like, I was like going to college out there and stuff a little bit. That's like how I got into like theater.
Oh,
and
okay.
A lot of like nerdy stuff.
So you didn't do it like back in like elementary or anything?
Not real. I mean, my first play was in kindergarten. So
Oh,
Oh, same.
Nepo baby.
you know,
Shout out to tree number 3.
yeah,
Killed
yeah,
it.
yeah. My line was banana cream pie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, guys. All right, so maybe you're not Nepo babies.
yeah, yeah.
I had 5 lines in my play.
Oh
Back
shit!
up.
But you were like 3rd grade. Okay,
All
so
right. You're right. I did get a small
I
part.
was 5.5. So
Fuck.
yeah, I actually almost got kicked out of kindergarten.
Why?
Like suspended.
How
from
do you get kicked out of kindergarten?
Well, they said I was stealing dinosaurs.
Wow.
Which I was.
Did you have, okay.
No, like-
it's an allegation. Nothing has yet been proved.
Yeah, well, like, no, like, the thing
Alleged.
was, like, she was, like, passed out these dinosaurs, and I was like, hell yeah, and she's, like, put them in your bag, and, like, I didn't get my little plastic bag yet, so I just put them in my backpack, and I brought them back the next day, and she was so, like, furious by that idea. She even, like, erased grades and, like, changed them, like, I had to go to the principal, everything. It was, they were trying to suspend me as a kindergartner.
That's
What is
insane.
wrong with her?
Stealing dinosaurs.
What was her
That's
name?
crazy. Don't say her name. Do not say her name.
I don't even think I remember, actually.
Good.
I'd probably just
Exactly.
black
Can
it
I
out.
call out a
She
teacher?
doesn't remember.
Can I
Yeah.
call out a
You
teacher?
don't remember that teacher either.
Why not? No, I've called her out publicly before. She's a terrible person.
Okay.
She literally terrorized me my entire year of 3rd grade.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think.
Did I tell you about this?
Oh no, maybe it was a different one. Is it an English teacher? Or no, it's a different
It was a
one.
math teacher.
Oh, okay,
I never
no,
had a.
different
No,
Well, I
I
had
kind
one
of
English teacher who was
remember.
really
Yeah,
good.
you can. I get. I
Listen,
feel like okay.
she's a bad person. She deserves it. She
All
really
right.
is. She's a terrible person. She was so, think about me, little me, 3rd grade, yelling at me. Why would you do it? I was
Same-
so nice.
Yeah, same size too. That's what I'm imagining.
For real.
Yeah, maybe half
A
an
little
inch
backpack.
shorter. Yeah.
Literally though, little tiny backpack. Anyway, so like she was always so mean to me because I missed school, and I would miss school because my mom like had anxiety, and like she would literally like keep me from going to school, like because like especially during my 3rd grade year, that was when Sandy Hook happened.
Oh,
Yeah, right? Was that's the recent one?
I
Right?
don't know
In
if it was when you were in 3rd
2010,
grade
right?
or
No,
not.
yeah,
that was
that's
wait.
so scary though.
Yeah,
Little
the-
babies.
anyways, yeah, the one was like all the little kids around Christmas. That
Yeah.
one. My mom was watching that on the news, and she like they said something about like all the unopened presents, and she started wailing, crying. Like, "You're not going to school. You're not going to
Oh
school."
my god.
So I got kept out of school a lot that year, and the
Yeah.
teacher like held it against me, an 8-year-old. What the fuck do you think I have control of that
Yeah.
for?
It's your choice.
Do you think I'm getting in the car and driving it here because I'm fucking not? The fuck?
Yeah, I would always get mad too, like when my dad would drop me off late at school all the time, and then I would get detention.
Like, why are you
It's
getting
like,
in trouble?
I'm not driving myself to school. Why am I getting in trouble?
Unreasonable. Punishment does not fit the crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Now another thing my parents are mad at me about.
Yeah.
And and then your parents are mad at you for getting detention.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. See, this is what and that now y'all listen.
Yeah.
When I say I have a problem with authority, it all stemmed from school in their unreasonable rules. And like, I was just too much of a free thinker to like accept it. Like if they, like I was well behaved, I never really got in trouble. But when I did get in trouble, I put my fucking foot down. I would refuse any punishments because I could not fathom that they're going to treat me like that. And 9 out of 10 times, if I put my foot down and didn't accept the punishment, I didn't get it. Like there was one time, swear.
I wish I had your tips. I was in detention literally every single day till like 4th grade.
Bro, just say no.
Just say no.
I said no. I literally, like, there was one time they tried to give me...
This is a different generation.
Well, it is a different generation, but there was this one time in high school, they tried to give me ISS, and I don't even remember, I don't even remember why. It was the dumbest thing. I think I was, like, late or something, and I was like, okay, so you're giving me ISS because I was late. Do you think that's going to make me show up more? So I just didn't go for a whole week. They called me back. My principal called me. He said, okay, please just come to class. Just finish your senior year. Like, this is, we're not going to give you ISS. We're not going to make you. I was like, okay, bet. And I went back to school and I didn't get fucking ISS.
Yeah, you know why? Because they lose money when you don't go to school.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So if they think they're going to play me, look, you might be able to play all these other little fucking dumb kids, but you will never play me, bro. I was smart since day one, and I really was. My mom always said, she's always like, you always walk to the beat of your own drum. Yes, because I hated being told what to do when it didn't make sense. And that leads back to my point. This teacher was one of those teachers who would just give unreasonable punishments to things that I could not control, clearly out of an 8-year-old's control. So she would punish me for missing school, and then she would like ask me questions that I was not obviously there for. So if we just learned a math lesson, she would purposely bring me up to the board and then let me embarrass myself.
That's so messed up.
There was one time I had a bully.
Psychological torture.
Oh yeah, no, and it was. There was one I had a bully. He would throw shit at me all the time, steal my pencils all the time, make fun of me, like fucking he would just terrorize the shit out of me. And I would tell her, and she'd be like, "You're such a tattletale. Why are you being such a tattletale?" And,
what?
It's funny, but this is trauma, dude.
Yeah.
Like
oh my
actual
God.
trauma.
Snitches get stitches. You're like
literally. And then she made this tattle box, and then she's like, "I'm making a box," and like I didn't understand because like again I might be on the spectrum a little bit, so I didn't really understand like why she made the box. But she made it just for me, and I didn't get that. And then I was the only one using it. And then this is what she did. She took the box, she opened it, and she threw away every note, looked dead at me, and threw it away in front of the whole class.
No.
That was my only way to tell her what these kids were doing to me. And she threw it away right in front of me. So fuck you, Miss. I don't know what her first name, Miss School. Fuck you. I fucking hate you. I hope anything bad happens to you. I'm serious. I'm so serious. You're a terrible person. I wish the worst on you. I don't know how many other kids you did that to, but you will not get away with this.
Dang.
And there was other shit she did to me too. That wasn't it. It was just like shit like that. Like why?
Yeah.
Don't understand. Oh, when I had my birthday party, I was passing out invitations, which everybody did every other week because there was always birthdays. She threw away all my invitations, didn't let me invite anybody.
What?
Wow, that is a horrible person.
And it was only me. I swear to God, I wouldn't lie about this. My mom
of course
even
I
knew.
believe you.
Like I wasn't like crazy like a kid. Like oh my God, I had every other teacher loved me. Or just didn't notice me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, and she told my mom that I needed to be on medication and that I needed a doctor. Yeah.
That's wild.
And I did not have anything wrong with me.
Yeah.
They just for like probably like ADD or something. I don't know.
She did. She said I had ADHD. I did not have ADHD.
Yeah, they told me that too. They're like, I think she needs to be in special classes.
They also told me I had.
Okay, so anybody who doesn't sit in a classroom for 8 hours and doesn't move or say anything has ADHD now, by the way. Yeah. But anyway, so that teacher was horrible, and don't feel bad. Do not feel bad for her, dude. She is a horrible person.
I don't know. Oh, it's not me feeling bad for her. It's me scared that you're going to get in trouble for saying.
Oh, well, I didn't say to do it. I said, fuck you.
I mean,
no.
Yeah.
I literally just listen. If I get in trouble for the truth,
I have no sympathy for her. That's not where that was.
All of this is provable, dude. Call back any of my I know most of the kids. Even, by the way, that bully who bullied me, we ended up being friends the next year. It was just that fucking teacher who actually exerted the pressure on us. Right. We became really good friends after that.
Wow.
Yeah, we did. He was a random mean boy, and we actually just became friends. We were cool after that. He never messed with me again.
Probably had a crush on you.
I think. Well, he probably did, but I think that I don't know. I think there was something wrong with that teacher. And
why do you think she targeted you?
No idea. She was. I don't know.
Bells.
Maybe I was a really bright kid. I was very smart. I don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea. I remember this one time, I left my state project at home, and we were able to turn it in that day or the next day. Mm-hmm. And she was took me outside. I never had been pulled outside of a classroom before.
Wow.
She talked to me outside, yelled at me, and I was like, listen, sometimes I have trouble remembering things that are coming up soon, but I have better times remembering things that are a while away. She's like, that makes no sense. Tell me how at the age of 8, I knew what long-term and short-term memory was without saying the name of it, and she couldn't even comprehend what I was saying. And I'm the idiot here.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hate this bitch.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can get in any legal trouble because the only thing she could say is slander. And it's not slander because anybody could prove it. I remember all those kids from my fucking 3rd grade and I'm sure they'll back me up because they all saw it.
Yeah, defamation is like the hardest thing to win.
Yeah, slander.
Like you'd have to prove
that I'm lying.
No, it's not just that. You have to prove that it affected her negatively.
Well,
you know,
I hope it does, but
it's like you can go online and say someone's like, this person stole money from me and they're not good.
Yeah.
As long as if it doesn't hurt them, like affect them personally or financially, like you're not gonna win that.
Yeah,
they're not gonna win that case.
Unfortunately, I do hope it affects her in personal ways, but whatever. Yeah. Sorry, that just reminded me of like one of the biggest nerves I've ever like. And that's probably what like fueled my spite in my heart. Like y'all know how I get a little mad sometimes. Like that is where it started. That teacher, and that's like also where my problem with authority started, was because I just developed like a big distrust for authority because what has it ever done for me?
Yeah.
So I would always just like, and plus I was like a really quiet kid. I made like A's and B's. Like I wasn't like a perfect kid. Like yes, I whispered here and there, but I did everything really inconspicuously, and like most years out of my entire
You're like, I was
school,
good because nobody caught me.
Yes. No, but actually though, like I was the kid who would like, yes, I'm not gonna like be perfect, but I'm not gonna be so obnoxious to where the teacher can't do what they need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there are some kids who talk so obnoxiously loud and cause so many disruptions in class where the teacher can't even do what they need to do, and that is aggravating. That should be gotten in trouble. Right. And there's a bunch of other kids in the class who whisper here and there, and the teacher doesn't say anything to them because the teacher doesn't care because they're not causing disruption.
Yeah. That was like my biggest thing.
Yeah. Oh, you cause disruption?
I mean, like, no, like I would like talk to people, and then like when they wouldn't let me talk to people, I would like make up like stories and like just like talk to myself, like make like little characters. I'm a psycho.
So I was gonna say, maybe you should take the RADS test with me.
Yeah. Right, for real. I mean, I just like writing dialogue and stuff like ever since I was like little, I guess. But
talking is fun,
right? Yeah. Like you gotta.
I enjoy it.
Like if you're like done with your work and stuff, it's like what else am I supposed to do?
That's another thing. I was so smart. I was always done with everything so quickly. So you're gonna tell me to sit here and stare at a wall for 30 minutes while everybody else is fucking getting ready? No, dude.
Right?
Fuck no.
I'm just gonna give a live producer note to Ash.
Oh.
Just make sure you're
dipping out of frame.
No. It's just keep checking your phone just in case the next guest says something. Because we're getting close. So I do want to like, as we're wrapping up.
Yeah, let's wrap up.
I do want to like shout out some of our like our OG fans and like thank people.
Yes.
So I tell like one of my rules in when I'm producing is I always tell the talent like not to read the comments because like
I don't.
Yeah. Because it's not just to protect from like this is the hard thing to explain to people, that it's not just to protect people from the negative comments, but it's also like even some of the positive ones get inside people's heads. It's like, when someone says, oh, I love when Myra does X, and then Myra, I don't want Myra to think she needs to do X every single episode, and if she doesn't do it, then it's bad. Did you get a notification from the guest?
Literally, yeah.
Okay, go get her while we're wrapping up.
She's trying to get in the garage.
Okay. Bye, Ash, as we're wrapping up this episode.
Ash Casanova. Yeah, follow me on Ash Casanova Comedy. Ha ha ha. Okay, bye.
But that being said, I do relay like almost all of your guys' comments there. Obviously, I'm not saying the hate comments, but for the most of them. So I do want to shout out.
Want to sprawl out?
Yeah, I want to shout out some of our fans that I've been talking to. That have just been like our fans for like basically since the beginning. Gemini Elemental is one of them.
Yes.
He comments on basically every single one of our videos.
Chris tells me about all of your nice comments.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where Off Camera Chris comes from. Is from him. We
thank you for giving us an inside joke.
Yeah, we talk about that like literally every single time we're recording. I'm being referred to as Off Camera Chris, like during our lunch break.
It's funny.
And of course, Fishman 22.
Yes, love you, dude.
Yeah,
met you at AVN. I remember you.
Yeah, he's great. I have to say this person, and they're gonna like secretly win.
Say it.
But, thank you, DJ Salty Nuts. We took note. I know you don't like the dolls. We removed the dolls for you.
He didn't like the dolls?
No, every single time they would be in frame for you, he would like leave a comment about like these dolls need to go.
I love my dolls.
Yeah.
I actually have the original Annabelle doll, the Raggedy Ann.
Oh, is that what it? Because he like mentioned that that's what it looks like, and I was like, I don't know enough about it.
Not the porcelain ones, but the ones below it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only ones that they see. So
the porcelain ones. Though, yeah, those aren't Annabelle. All right, but yeah, so that's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's like, Chad Jones is also a person that comments all the time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys like letting us experiment.
Yes, thank you guys. This has been a really fun ride.
And you know, we're gonna do better at bringing in the guests that you guys want to see. Like maybe we diversified a little bit too hard at the beginning. I'm thinking
maybe,
you know, we're gonna try and get more porn guests in, and then diversify a little bit more. I will say that 2 of the most requested guests that we've ever had, I don't want to spoil it, but those episodes are already recorded and they will be out very soon.
Yay!
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me and us and the podcast. Please keep supporting it because we want to keep doing it. Yeah?
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys. You already know where to find me. Cool.